Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're going to be playing some more Pokemon Pokopia. I turned this game on today to find Torkoal and Clefairy playing tag together. That's what they were doing while I was gone. Let's go over this way, because in the last episode we rescued Chef Dente, and he's supposed to teach us how to make food that can power up our moves. Let's talk to him now. You really are quite amazing, Peanut Butter, sweetie. Not everyone can learn how to make bread and salad so quickly. Thanks. Well, I'm sure my excellent teaching helped, but yeah, I don't want to do the creepy voice for him. But you do really have a knack for this, sweetie. On that note, how would you like to learn to make another of my special dishes? I'd love to. That's the spirit. Now let's get started. Sizzle, sizzle, make us drool, hamburger steak. First knead the beans with all the love in your heart. Next up, a frying pan is what we need to make this sizzly, juicy dish. It really is quite an art. Well, I think that was supposed to rhyme. Now the song and dish are done. Hope you had a lot of fun. So the main takeaway should be, to make a hamburger steak, you need a frying pan. Now, I may be able to cook, but I sure can't make a frying pan. It's for frying things over a fire, so I suppose you'll need a lightweight material that can withstand the heat. Why don't you try asking Professor Tangrowth where you could find something like that? I'll teach you how to use a frying pan once you've made one. Just say the word when you're ready, pumpkin. Okay. Alright, bro. What is this? Oh yeah. What do we got? Oh, a Grimer. A marsh fishing spot? Okay. First of all, where's a marsh? We'll help that guy along here shortly at some point, as soon as I find a marsh. The only water that I know of is this nice fresh water up here that I use for my farm. This isn't a marsh. You're looking for a special salad? Me too, bro. This is all looking great, actually. I mean, I said that I was going to work on this off screen, and I never did. But I'm starting to think if I even need to. At least not right now. I mean, what do we got here? Just dive right in and grab it. 3 bags of mountain flower seeds. Okay, whatever. So, I don't know what I'm going to do about a marsh, but for now, let's go talk to Let's go back to and talk to Professor Tangrowth. Hey! I feel like we keep getting closer and closer as friends, Ditto. So here, yeah, you're shooting hearts at me. This is a friendship gift from me to you. 3 pieces of copper ore. I wonder if that's exactly what I'm going to need to make my frying pan. Wouldn't that be interesting? Let's talk to Professor Tangrowth and find out. Oh, Peanut Butter, do you need my help with something? Yes, I'd like to make a frying pan, please. So, this time you want to make a frying pan, eh? If you're looking for material that's lightweight and can withstand heat, then I think copper ore is just the ticket. Weird. My buddy just gave me some. Conveniently, there's a decent amount of copper ore in the ground around here. If you look closely, do you see the bluish metal mixed in with the soil? That's the copper ore, but you can't use ore as it is, I'm afraid. First, you'll need to melt it down and shape it into ingots. Then you can use it as a material for a frying pan. But what can we use to melt something so hard? You came up with a recipe for a frying pan. Oh, I just recalled Machoke was looking for you. They seem to be in a spot of trouble. I'll spend a bit more time pondering on how to make copper ingots. Meanwhile, would you please go see what Machoke has to say? Sure, let's go look for Machoke first then. That thing is really tough. Well, what is it? Hey, Ditto, I've been waiting for you. Oh, you have? There's some kind of super strong fence up ahead that's blocking the way forward. I tried to knock it down, but my punches couldn't even make a dent. Think you could do something about it? Yeah, probably. What? You think you can cut that thing down like it's a branch on a tree? Ha! Now I'd like to see that. Alright, let's jog over to that fence. I'll take you to it. Try to keep up. Okay, this is probably what we're going to need the frying pan for in the end. So we can power up one of our moves and help Machoke bust down this fence up here. Well, let's go take a look at it first anyway, like he's saying. Over here! I found a Pokemon, or trace of Pokemon on these railroad tracks. You're just a Diglett. I feel like I have that already. Okay, well, I'll make another one. Hey, I was looking at something and I lost you. Oh, there you are. Oh, yeah, I was wondering about whatever the heck this is. Is this the copper ore that he was talking about, by the way? Doesn't really look blue to me, but... hang on. Here we go. Yeah. That is copper ore. Okay, I guess it's sort of blue. That's blue enough for copper ore anyway. Don't know how much we're going to need exactly. Okay, here's the fence. Looks pretty sturdy, right? You really think you could cut this thing down? Show me what you've got, pal. Actually, I might be able to. Let's see. Yeah! Whoa! You really did it. You cut that fence like it was paper. Awesome. Classic ditto. I knew you could handle it. Now we can finally go further in, but is it just me or is it ridiculously hot? Seems like the heat is coming from deep within, and I'm no good with hot places. You know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the tunnel. So I'll head back now. But hey, you should totally go in further and check it out. Maybe you'll meet some Pokemon who love living in super hot spots. Meanwhile, I should probably go cool off these fists. They're starting to swell up from all that fence punching from earlier. Hang on, someone's calling me on my cell phone. Hang on, I gotta scoop this up. Oh, peanut butter. I was just poking around on the PC when it apparently decided to connect me with you again. How are things on your end? I guess we're more worried about the heat than the dark right now, right? Because it looks like there's lights down there. Oh, you're in a tunnel, are you? The mountains around here all seem to be volcanoes, so I'm very much inclined to believe you that it's hot in there. Oh, that reminds me. It's about melting copper ore into copper ingots. I believe you'll want a smelting furnace for that, but I'm afraid I don't know how to actually use a smelting furnace. That's the type of question you should take to a Pokemon who can manipulate fire. For example, there's a Pokemon called Magmar. They're all born in volcanoes, much like the one you're in now. Wait, I'm in a volcano? You could try making a home that would appeal to a Magmar. Then you'll be able to meet a Magmar, and that's your chance to ask about furnace smelting. I'd wager they could teach you a lot about it. Okay, so this is the furnace smelting episode. Where to find? Well, let me tell you, that's not helpful at all. Well, it won't keep you any longer. Be careful all around those dangerous places, won't you? So am I just supposed to figure this out on my own? How am I supposed to get a habitat for a Magmar? This is kind of... Whoa, I don't want the whole barrel. Jeez, I was just hoping to grab some of that fence there. Yeah, you can keep your metal drum. I think those are actually... I need these for a habitat also, I think. What is this? A recipe for a railway track. Okay. That's probably going to be useful, right? Because it looks like that's how you would maybe get in and out of here easily, is to just use a Minecraft cart. Here's some more fencing that we can pick up. I see a storage box down here, or a crafting table, excuse me. I can make a storage box. This is a... It looks like Pokemon can process the materials you put in here. Would you like to put something inside? Well, no. No, because I need my Magmar first, right? I see some words coming through the wall there. Should I try to, just bust my way through this wall to see who that is talking on the other side? I still need a home for a Magmar. Can the furnace itself be perhaps used? It didn't tell me what I'm supposed to actually do to get him. So just bear with me here while I try this out. Probably not, because this is more of like a tool that we use rather than an environmental thing. Or whatever, it was worth a shot, right? This wheelbarrow full of dirt is also a thing, it looks like. Anyway, looks like a pretty nice home. Wait, let me check my map. to see what direction this is in, right? No, 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 no. I see. Okay. Stop that. Stop that right now. Where's my fist? Okay, I'm gonna punch through this wall and see if I could find who that gentleman is on the other side of the wall there. Can't you jump in this game? I thought we could jump. I'm trying every button. I guess there's no jump button. Anyway, let's go ahead and start punching. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't. I'm not strong enough to get through the wall. I'm actually not strong enough to get through the wall. Can I cut the wall? Probably not. Okay, that's fine. So, habitat for a magmar. It looks like it keeps going down this way too a little bit. Let's check out what's over here. Looks like it goes pretty deep actually, huh? Return home safe and sound. Sure. Why did the music stop? And then it's telling me that I can return home. This is like a setup for like a boss fight or something. Is there a boss down here? Okay, the music starts playing again. No, it stops. See what I mean? There's something evil down here. There's something wrong with it down here. Something lurks. Look at the lava. I bet that's how we can make a magma right there. Let me cut through this fencing though, because it looks like there's a Pokeball here. Some kind of an item. And if you take a look at the gauge for my cut, that yellow bar I think is how many times I could do a super cut. So it's actually quite a bit. I think I did some in the last episode too, and it's still just going. This is a recipe for a cooking pot. That's incredible. I'm probably going to need that. It's like kind of a dead end mostly. Can I turn this lamp on, or if only there were electricity? Okay. I could maybe take that with me if I wanted to and put it in my own home, or put it out and about somewhere for my friends. This looks all bad. This reminds me of like Death Mountain from Ocarina of Time. Let's take a look around here and see what sort of options we have. Can I get that? Can I punch anything in here? No, I have to have super punch. Just like I have super cut. See, I have super leafage too. But I really need to upgrade my punch so I can get through these walls and stuff. Wow, I feel like I'm really deep in this place. Like I shouldn't go any further. I should definitely stop going forward. Okay, question. What is this molten rock right here? It's too hot to move. You may be able to move it if you splash it with water to cool it down. Right, but is that going to ruin it? Kind of, because it's not really a hot magma rock anymore, is it? How do you make habitats down here, I wonder? What kind of things would you put together? I'm thinking the lava could be sort of like water, but normally I would plant plants by the water. I don't think we're really planting anything in here. I don't feel like plants would really grow in here. You can cut this. I think we did this in a previous episode too, to get twine. I think I could craft twine now anyway, but let's see. What is that up there? I kind of want to get up there. One thing that I noticed that you could do if you are wanting to get around in here is you could do one of these. See? And that's one way to go about that. Let's see, I could get a little deeper in here now. Golly, where did I end up on the map here anyway? So I'm... Oh. This is almost like a whole different area, really. Good thing we could just return home. I might just do that. I might just return home unless this leads me somewhere recognizable. Where am I? Wow. I really have no idea where I'm at. This thing is cool. I want to take this. I don't know what I would do with it, but I still want to take it. Alright, one thing I do want to do is I want to check my habitats and see which ones I can make and which ones I can't. I don't think it's talked to me a whole lot about what I can do down here as far as fire habitats go. Like, normally it gives me a hint or something on what I can do. Hey, wait, those words that are coming through the walls. They're getting closer. Yes. Yes, my Pokemon are here. These are actually my Pokemon. Yes, I've been here before. So these caverns are all connected. I don't remember exactly where I'm at, but I remember that Torkoal lives here. Boom! Oh, sorry, did I startle you? I was just doing my regular kick drills. But I'm a little hungry now, so maybe I'll head out to find a tree that's got some berries in it. I'll show you the fruits of my training by kicking every last berry out of that tree. Sweet. Thanks to its soft and fluffy fur, Raboot can easily heat up its fire energy and produce flames with more power. Okay, sure. You've earned a recipe as a reward for discovering lots of Pokemon. Okay, what is it? Puffy Tree Pillar. Sweet. Sweet, that's incredible, but I still don't have a Magmar. I'm still Magmar-less, and here I am. Back to kind of where I started. That's another crafting table. Here I am back to where I started with Professor Tangrowth. You really are just snoozing in the grass, bro. Let me do some habitat stuff. Can I move the trees? No, they're too heavy. That's okay. One thing that you can do is you can do a super leafage. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why am I doing that? Well, it's probably not gonna bring Magmar here, but... right there. That one was for Ditto, wasn't it? Or not Ditto, but Diglett. Little Diglett. So there's multiple ones that you can get for just Ditto alone, huh? Can I take a look at that one more time? Was there something I missed with the Magmar? No, because it's what the heck was that? Everything just kind of rebooted there. No, because it's not something that it's actually told me about. I have an actual Pokedex. Is Magmar in my Pokedex? Let's see. I don't see this dude anywhere. Am I... This looks like this would be him, right? Okay, and it's... Ideal habitat warm. Okay, that's literally the only hint that I have about this Pokemon and where to find it, is that it likes something warm. So, probably back at the volcano. I'm just not exactly sure. Maybe, I mean, this is kind of weird, but maybe I could just stick some grass or something next to the lava? I'm gonna go try that. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, look at this freaking place. I found, almost like the opposite. As you can see, there's still lava on the ground. I'm close to the lava area still. It's just right up there. See, I just came through this little area here that we walked right past earlier. And it took me to like this ice looking area. What are those? These are crystal fragments. I always forget to inhale. Can we put some leafage on it? Not where there's hot volcano coming through the ground, but if we can do this maybe and we can get rid of it. Okay. I still don't think that this is going to give us a magmar, but maybe we can get something cool anyway. Oh, I can't really make grass in here, so that kind of ruins the volcano idea, huh? Because I don't think I'm going to be able to put grass next to it. What about these really rainbow-looking ones? Okay, I can break the crystals, but I can't really break the walls or the rainbows yet. Inhale those. Eat them. Okay. Hang on. Bug Love September issue has been added to your human records. This issue's feature article is all about Vespiquen. What is the beehive Pokemon's surprising reaction when given honey? Read on to find out. Didn't I do that already? I thought I gave her some honey. Oh, whatever. Maybe I'll try that out next time I'm around her. Let's go this way. Let's go back to the lava. That's where I was originally going, because I want to see if I can make some grass around it. Probably not, but I need to figure out what I can do. See, I thought like a super leafage would make it grow nice, but all you really get is this. So it's not enough for Pokemon to live in, you know? Let's try to come this way, because it looks like there's another gate that we can cut through. Yeah. I'll take this gate fencing. I'm going to use that to gate up my house, to gate up my fortress. Maybe. I know. Gosh, okay, let me think here. The issue with working down here is that there's not grass and trees and obvious things to make habitats out of. There's just lava and then like a rock over there. Hold on. I might have an idea. Bear with me here. So if I grab... Oh, I could flip it up and rub it down too. Can we push it this way and then maybe we can pull it back one? And then push it... Oh, look! Yay! A piping hot lava habitat. I bet that might be it. That's probably it. Just push the rocks next to the lava. Fire-type Pokemon simply can't resist visiting. They can't resist visiting. They're gonna come pay me a visit. Usually what I have to do to make this work is to just like leave really quick and then come back, and then the Pokemon are usually here. That usually works. I'm gonna try that. Okay, I've made 2 of these habitats now just in case one doesn't work out. Dibs on living here. It's not Magmar, unfortunately, but it's still a cool little dude. I cannot remember for the life of me what this Pokemon's name is. Charcadet. Oh, that's a cool name. Yeah. Well, what do you think about my move? Pretty cool, huh? I practice it real hard all the time, so I'll never lose. As long as I keep my body moving and let my feelings burn with me, I can beat anyone, even if they're huge. Probably. Oh, it's a good positive way to look at things. Reaching over 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. It likes berries that are rich and fat. Okay. Fire child Pokemon, a little fire baby. Okay, so we became friends. The environmental level increased. Sweet. Don't I have to talk to the Pokedex or the Pokemon Center to get my rewards for that? Anyway, that's kind of a fun little dude. What's this area here? Try planting them in some soil. Should I try planting a tree down here? I don't know. Photo number 4 has been added to your human records. A fun photo of Pokemon. That is pretty fun. So it's not necessarily a lava thing. It's just kind of a down here in general thing. You can't really seem to make grass here at all. Should I try to pick up weird random things and just put them together and see if that makes a habitat? Like maybe these boxes can go over by the crystal. I can't pull that out of there, I guess. Maybe that's because all this crap is in the way. Now let me try. Okay, there we go. The lantern's gonna float, but that's fine. This is also probably not a habitat for Magmar, but it might be a habitat for something. We got like some older boxes and then some newer boxes, it looks like. I don't know if that makes a difference. Oh, is that why I can't push it? Can I push it as Ditto? No. Because my own grass is in the way? That's crazy, because it's not even really grass, it's just like twigs. I don't even know what I'm trying to do anymore. Let's move this one over there, too. I feel like these crystals are definitely going to be a habitat. I'm having a hard time. Yeah, I think it's because of that lantern. Okay, now how is this going to work? Okay, I feel like I'm just wasting my freaking time at this point. That's not a habitat. Alright. So that was a waste of time. Anyway, let's go back to the other lava rock and see if another Pokemon has shown up there. That's my Charcadet. My other lava rock is right out here. I put it right over there. But it's the same habitat that was for Charcadet too. So I don't know if multiple Pokemon will be drawn to that exact same habitat. But again, I'm going to tell you, I'm just looking around here going like, what can I really use down here? You know, holy cow, I didn't realize that there's like a castle over there. I'm going to pay a visit to that. I'm going to pay a visit to Bowser's Castle here in a second after I grab some of these barrels. I want to see if I can move some of these barrels. Maybe we can put these over here by this rock to make a habitat for Magmar. Magmar seems like a metal kind of guy. He looks like he wants metal around, right? Actually, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't even know if that's enough barrels there. The game has really left me in the dark here, but I will figure this out one way or another. Ah, here we go. This is just what we need. Oh, it was just what I needed. I got lost for a second. Come on, no Pokemon want to live in these metal barrels? Weirdos. Think. What other things can draw Magmar here? It's literally just lava. What can I do? Can I plant flowers here? Can they become lava flowers? It will not. Yeah, it will not let me plant flowers here. Yeah. I'm actually at a loss. I'm not sure what to do. I hate having to look things up, but I'm just gonna look it up to see what we need to do for the Magmar. If there was a lot of things around here to play with and to try to put together, I would just try it and see what we could find out. But there's not much here. There's literally lava and rocks. Think. What if I were to put this just a little closer to the actual lava itself? What if I were to put it maybe like right next to the lava, and we can put this one. We can put this one a little bit closer to the lava. We can take one of these. Let's pull this one back. And with that, I am 100% convinced that the barrels have nothing to do at all with Pokemon habitats. Let me look up how to get the Magmar so we can get our video actually going. Okay, so after, what, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of wasted time, I come back here and I find, where the smelter is, and I find this. Oh, okay, sorry, I thought that was a trace of a Pokemon. I thought it was going to show me and give me a hint of how to do the Magmar thing, but that's fine. I'm going to show you guys how to do the Magmar thing right now. So what it wants you to do is... my problem, what got me is I was thinking that the smelter was more of a tool, right? We're going to use it to smelt things. It's going to be a tool. It's not really going to be a Pokemon's habitat, right? Wrong. This is absolutely the habitat. So the way we make that is like a wheelbarrow. Hang on. How can I put this to where it's going to make sense? And then what else? I think we need these tools right here, I think. They're wasted on Pokemon who can already dig, though. Let's put them by the furnace. And that right there is how you make the digging and burning habitat. Wheelbarrow, excavation tools, and the smelter. Of course, it couldn't tell me that. It wanted me to put barrels and all kinds of stuff next to it. I just had no idea that it could be part of a habitat, that's all. I thought that was the tool. I thought I had to go further in and play with the lava to find Magmar. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to do the thing I do where I run away and then come back, and hopefully Magmar will be there. See how it autosaves? I think that has something to do with Pokemon's appearance. Hold on one sec. And check that out. It worked almost right away. So let's inspect the wheelbarrow now, because it's not inside the furnace. It's actually in the pile of dirt that I put here. So you can kind of see like my confusion as to how like I didn't know that Magmar would come out of a pile of dirt, right? I could have swore he would maybe come out of a lake of fire, but he came out of that pile of dirt in the wheelbarrow. Now, I don't know if there's anywhere in the game that would have given me a hint on that, or if the game just wants you to just take a shot in the dark and try to figure it out. But I'm kind of glad I looked it up. I feel like I would have wasted a lot of time. It's been a while since I've talked to anyone, and I'm getting really nervous, to be honest. I feel like my heart's about to jump out of my mouth. Fool. Oops, sorry. Fire came out instead. I'd be so happy if you'd come talk to me again, though. I actually will, because I need your help, buddy. And you're a cool dude. You're a cool dude. You know, I remember back in the red and blue days, before this guy evolved. And nobody wanted to use him then either. Let's see. Fire breather's body is 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than Charcadet. You became friends with Magmar. Hey there, Ditto. What's up? Oh, you need me to melt some copper ore and make some ingots? Mag! It feels so good to be relied on. Then, could you put some copper ore into the smelting furnace at my home? I'll melt it down with my flames and make you ingots. It'll take a little time, so come by and look later, okay? Promise me. You can put metals such as copper ore into a smelting furnace. If a Pokemon with the burn specialty notices this, they'll process the metal into ingots. If you'd like to get started right away, bring a Pokemon with you and stand in front of the smelting furnace. Sweet. Let's try it. It looks like some Pokemon can process them, blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and add some copper ore. How much do I need to add? How much do I need? How much should I do? I'm going to try maybe 6 of them for now. And see if that helps. Right? Did I do that correctly? Now you're going to give me a trace of a Pokemon? Now you're going to give me a trace of a Pokemon? Now you're going to give me the hint? I'm not even going to look at it. I'm just going to be happy that I got to the point that I'm at right now. Cool. He looks happy to be doing this too. You know, one thing that always kind of weirded me out about this Pokemon is its head. Why does its head look like that? It's like a butt head. I guess that's where it stores all of its fire, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. How long does this take? Oh, this takes a while. This does take a minute. This is pretty cool. After crafting your first copper ingot, you can get a recipe for a handcar. Now, I already have the recipe for the frying pan, right? So can't I see how many it's going to take? How many copper ingots is it going to take for a frying pan? I did get the recipe for a frying pan, right? Bear with me here. Let's see. There's a bird. Okay, right here, right here. So I need two. I need two copper ingots. So the second one might actually be ready now. No, but pretty close. This does take a while. This does take longer than Minecraft, I'm pretty sure. I wonder if I had a Pokemon that was like, I don't know. Sorry to brag on Magmar here. Sorry to, you know, put this guy down. Sorry to say any put downs about this guy. If this is your favorite Pokemon, I'm sorry. But I wonder if I got just a stronger Pokemon in here altogether. Like if I brought my Charizard in here, if this would go faster. Ah, it's so close. It's like a tiny little hair there. Just a little hotter. Just a little more heat. At least he's happy doing it. You know what I mean? He's in a good mood doing this. Okay, so we got 2 copper ingots. It's also enough for you to make a cooking pot too. That's definitely not what I want to use my copper ingots on, but you can do that. 2 copper ingots will also make that hand car we were talking about earlier too. I feel like I just heard the roar of a legendary Pokemon. Make 1 frying pan, yes. Ooh, she was like sweating to make that. Does she always do that? Frying pan. Kitchen equipment for making hamburger steak. Put this on a stove or campfire. Okay. Cool. So now that we have that, we're going to head back to, I believe, Professor Tangrowth? Okay, I came back and it's just everything's going on. There's so many lively things going on. There's so many people trying to talk Pokemon, I guess. There's so many Pokemon that are just doing things, doing their own things. Let's see. So we got another Pokemon here, as a matter of fact. With all these Pokemon lurking around, we got a new one here. Oh, Bonsley. That's pretty cool. What is this place? It makes me feel kind of nervous when I don't know where I am. Oh, hi there. Are you from around here? Just so you know, I'm not crying. These aren't tears. They're sweat, so don't worry. Tears do not come out of my eyes. Tears do come out of my eyes sometimes too. But so does sweat. But anyway, I'm really happy to meet you. I got a feeling we're going to be friends. Oh, now these are tears. Happy ones. This liquid is similar in composition to human sweat. Oh, it's real. Okay, I thought it was just blowing smoke, but no, it's actually scientifically accurate. Okay. You became friends with Bonsley. Let's talk to Professor Tangrowth. Oh wait, my environmental level went up too. What is this? I feel like a star piece. I feel like this was sitting here when I started the game and I just never grabbed it. Like when I turned on this episode, it was just there. If you give a star piece to a Pokemon who is visiting from another player's world, that Pokemon will give you a gift. This cannot be done with some Pokemon. If you open a Pokemon's gift at a vacant habitat, new Pokemon will appear. The same species as the Pokemon who gave you the gift. That's pretty cool. Too bad I'm not trying that out today. Let's talk to Professor Tangrowth. Thanks to you, Peanut Butter, there are now a lot more Pokemon in this town, and they really seem like they're enjoying themselves here too. They're all so lively. I know we have you to thank for their comfortable lifestyles here, Peanut Butter. I'd like to take this opportunity to show my gratitude once again. Thank you, Peanut Butter. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You don't have to thank me for that. Let's talk to the... There we go. Environmental level 3. I think this goes all the way up to 10, so I'm not doing very good there, but that's okay. New challenges are available. And one of them is to gather iron ore. Look at all that money. Money, money, money. Let's go to the shop. Is there anything new here? I can buy balloons. I can... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my... New items have been added to the shop thanks to the increased environmental level of the area. Yeah, you can say that again. There's a lot of stuff going on here now. Didn't I need this for something? You have to hook it up to electricity, which I don't think I have figured out quite yet. Or do I? Maybe that was something I learned in the previous video and I just don't remember, but whatever, we'll figure it out again. Or maybe I never figured it out at all, and if that's the case, we'll figure it out again anyway. This is cool. What the heck? Gather some Pokemon and build away. This will make you want to dance as you're building it. It makes me want to dance just looking at it. Let's go ahead and get the Pokemon Center, though. I do have enough for that, right? Yeah, I got 10,000 big ones. Let's go ahead and get the Pokemon Center. I really like the stained glass windows that this one has. That's interesting. What's the other one like that, too? Time to rebuild the Pokemon Center. Gather up materials and Pokemon helpers. I wonder if I have enough Pokemon helpers. Let's see. I definitely don't have enough stones. I need 20 freaking 5 copper ingots. Yikes, I need some iron ingots too. I did get enough crystal fragments though, so that's good. And then the Pokemon that it wants me to have to work on this, Pokemon with the specialties Crush. That's the only Pokemon I don't have. Everything else I have, but not this one. So I'm going to have to keep building habitats until I can... make this one. Specialties Crush. That looks like a mortar and pestle, actually. Well, I mean, when you think about a Pokemon whose specialty is to crush, you know, I'm thinking like some big boys. Anyway, let's talk to some of the other Pokemon that are around here. Oh, wow. This one, too. I don't know how to make concrete. I think I laid this down a while ago. Hey Ditto, do you have a minute? I think I hear sounds coming from down in there. Down in where exactly? You just showed me like a wall, basically. I was wondering if maybe you'd go check things out and see where the sounds are coming from. If you find anything, could you let me know? Down in there. Alright. I'm kind of curious to know what he's talking about. Oh, whoa. What is that? There's music in here. There's really creepy music in here. What is that? There's... Okay. Sorry, I'm more like just like listening to this music than anything else. So since I can't punch these, can I move them? Can I grab them? No. So there's definitely something on the other side of this. You can see through there. And the music changes when you come in here. Anyway. It looks kind of weird when you do a transition. Sometimes you don't even look like a Pokemon or a person. You gotta find him. Gotta find what? Do you know Graveler? Graveler, right? I know, like, of Graveler. They're a huge, heavy, round, rocky Pokemon. I used to work out with them all the time back in the day. They're the perfect weight to bench press. Anyway, I need them for something again. Could you be a pal and find Graveler for me? Pretty sure they liked hanging out in spots like this. Oh, a mossy boulder. Oh, okay. I could definitely make that. I think I have moss in my inventory, as a matter of fact. Oh, it has to be the boulder itself has to be mossy too. How do I make a mossy boulder? Can I use leafage on a boulder to make it mossy, or do I have to put it next to some water maybe? Anyway, if you run into each other, tell them to come see me. Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. Got 2 jars of honey. Can I revive this tree? Is that a good idea? What? You want something else from me now? What do you want now, buddy? Anybody ever tell you that you got a real big heart? Thanks for always being rad. I got something. Think fast. Hey, thanks, buddy. I need more copper ore. Oh, you guys are so nice. It's almost like you guys are just playing the game for me. As a matter of fact, can you guys just go get the rest of the copper ore I need? No? Okay. Let's talk to whoever's in here. Oh, it's Greedon, of course, of course. Appearances are more important for cooking. Okay. Oh, goodness me. I just remembered. There's something I've been meaning to tell you, Peanut Butter. Your outfit is quite darling, Muffin, but it's just not quite suitable for a chef. Well, what kind of outfit is suitable? Why, something like my look, of course. This yellow scarf is a particularly good example. It's important for a chef to have an accessory that highlights their cleanliness and sense of style. You use transform. Hey! I don't need to go find anything. I'm literally a ditto. I could just turn into whatever I want. So if I need a big cooking pot on top of my head, then there it is. Goodness gracious, I didn't know you were so good at doing impressions. Now you look just like me. Quite the upgrade, sweetie. That yellow scarf is just like the matching ones that my buddy and I wore. It looks great on you too. Aw, is he talking about his trainer? That they all went to outer space? I'm sure your dishes will always be tasty from now on if you change into that look when you cook. Okay, can I do that? Can I change into that look anytime I want to? Whoops. I do need stones, don't I? I might as well clean this place up a bit. I'm sure other players probably have this as like some giant fortress. Mine's still just a hole in the wall. That's okay. What do we got here? Trace of a Pokemon. Okay, that's a Pokemon I need. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make that a large luggage carrier. What are these? These are like weird chairs. It's like a bed. It's like a cot? What is this? I can't pull it out. Oh, I can place something there. There you go. Maybe that'll get some Pokemon. Curious Pokemon that are hungry. Okay, and yes, I did make a frying pan. It seems you managed to make a frying pan. Next, try putting that frying pan on top of the cooking stove. Then you should be able to make a delicious hamburger steak. Okay. Looks like I need some wheat and... I don't know. What else should I put in there? A couple carrots, maybe? Let's try a little variety. Let's try a leaf. Let's try the ingredients I have most of, and we'll see how that works out. We just want to do one. This is carrot bread. Spicy bread with intense carrot flavor. Powers up cut when eaten. No, I already have cut, though. Aha, there we go. Let's try this new meal. Would you like to try cooking a dish you haven't made before? Yes. You made one loaf of lepa bread. It is a big loaf of bread there, too. Alright, let's bring it to this guy. What do you think of this bread? It seems you managed to make a frying pan. Yeah, we already talked about that. You should be able to make a delicious hamburger steak. Okay, well, the bread obviously wasn't a hamburger steak. Let's try some more. We're going to do a wheat... I don't know, maybe a mushroom? 2 mushrooms? That also makes something that I haven't made before. What if I switch it out with a bean? Okay, let's try this. Would you like to try cooking a dish I haven't made before? Yes. Yes, I would like to do that. That's also bread. One loaf of simple bread. I'm just gonna... nom nom nom. Okay, bread powers up your cut. What can I make that's not bread? Okay, that's carrot bread. What if I put a mushroom in there? It doesn't really matter. It seems like the second ingredient is really important. So that's the simple bread because it's just a leaf, right? What if I did a bean? Oh, I can't. Hold on. Wait. Okay, mushroom. What if I did a bean right there? No, it still doesn't really like that much, does it? Not the bean. Hold on, I'm sure there's a combination. Darn it, it was the mushrooms too, wasn't it? If I did more wheat. Wheat. What does that make? No. Alright. Well, let me play around with this a little bit and see if I can figure out how to make the steak. We need the steak, and I don't seem to have the ingredients that I need. I just keep making simple things. I thought there was a new thing when I used 2 mushrooms. Whoops, no, I don't want that. But now I only have 1 mushroom, so it's kind of hard to check on that, right? Can you tell me what I need? No, you just say the same thing over and over again. Okay, let me see what I need. Okay. That was a little silly for me to figure this out. So I put my stove, my burning stove right here, as you can see. The only thing that does, though, is it makes bread. So when he kind of gestured over here, I assumed that's what he wanted me to do. So after checking out like the 3 different breads that I can make, I was like, oh, well, the stove top is right here, but you can't just put the frying pan on there. You have to turn on the stove, and then you have to go into your inventory and then place the pan on top of the fire. So that's... I didn't expect the amount of work that went into that, okay? Let's do all beans, because I think that this is all we really need to do. I could be dead wrong. If not, we can try a couple different things. That looks like a hamburger steak. You made 1 simple hamburger steak. Cool. That's it. It seems your effort to make hamburger steak were successful. My goodness. You absorb new information just like a little sponge cake, don't you, sweetie? I'd better do my best to keep up. Yeah, you better. You better. 'Cause look at this. Look at it. It's my thumbnail for my video, probably. Maybe I can have this guy in the thumbnail too. Hey! You also have a colander on top of your head underneath that. Interesting. Okay, so now let's eat this. Hum yum 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 yum. Fully recovered PP, and I can punch some faces inside out. I can punch really hard now. The food you ate powered up Rock Smash. When you power up Rock Smash by eating hamburger steak, you can break even harder objects, like all the ones that were in that cave I couldn't get through before. This is pretty much going to wrap up this video, but before I end it, I'm curious to know, now that I can actually do this, I'm curious to know what was on the other end of this wall that had that creepy music playing. Get ready for me, because here I come, creepy music. Whoa. What is this cool place? This is the coolest hangout spot I've ever seen. Look at this cool pad. Is this a rotom? Yay, it is rotom. Boo, yo. Haha! You scared? Huh? I guess not. Darn. Maybe I've gotten rusty. It's been a hot minute since I tried to scare a human. I'm not a human, yo. You can't tell that I'm not a human. What? Yo! You're a ditto. Whoa, that transformation is wild. So, anyway, I guess you came to check stuff out because you heard some noise? My bad, yo. I was just bumping some tunes. I can go into all sorts of machines and electronics, you know. This one is super cool. It plays music. I was waiting here alone, hoping someone would come along, but no one ever did, so I've been playing some music to keep the mood high and the vibes right. Electric and normal. Stereo rotom. That's weird. He was deeply moved by the synth pop CD someone left inside. Interesting. A CD, what's that? But hey, now that you're here, Ditto, what about listening to some hot tracks with me before you run off? Okay. Oh, you don't have time for that. Yeah, I do. Because all the humans and Pokemon disappeared? Yo, seriously? But the Pokemon are slowly coming back, you say? And you're trying to make a new town with great vibes. Yo! That is so cool, yo. I want to help out too. Guess I won't waste any more time just sitting around here. I'll see you again in a bit. Yeah, I'll see you again in a bit too. This was a really cool place to find, actually. I like these, you know what I mean? Well, need to tidy up a little bit, of course, but I could hang here. I could hang here and just listen to some beats with my buddy Rotom. Stereo Rotom, that is. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. We had a lot of fun. We got to make some hamburger steak, powered up some more of our moves. We are cruising right along here. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.